Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here is Aaron, the RC. Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Hey, Kayden, how's things? Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, of course, of course. So, tell us a little bit on how you get started in the music industry.
Well, it started a long time ago. It probably started as I was a little kid when my dad used to play in bands and I used to be the roadie. So from a very early age, I'd be carting drums around, probably annoying him more than anything. Um, just wanting to be part of the band, and when they would rehearse, I'd come out in my dressing gown and come out and just sit and hide and listen until Mum realised where I was and put me back inside. So from really early age, I always sort of wanted to be involved in music and bands um, and things like that. So I played in various bands, my whole life really. And sort of when I sort of left high school, got a degree in audio engineering. So um, and I've been composing music for TV and playing in bands and writing music my whole life.
Yeah. So, you've been on different TV shows then.
Yeah, I've written for a lot of TV shows over the years. I've written for, I don't know if you know, Lonely Planet series. So the travel, lots and lots of travel documentaries, lots of kids shows, stuff for Disney, a recent show in Australia for the ABC network. So lots of different things and lots of ads as well. So but a lot of your listeners might have seen the Lonely Planet documentaries that have been out all over the world.
Yeah, that's awesome for sure. So, what is one thing that you most enjoy about working in music?
Uh, I think just the variety. I love that variety. You never know what's around the corner. Sometimes that can be a bit worrying, but it's always excitement and the beauty of meeting different people and working in different styles and bringing that all together into my own music as well.
Yeah, for sure. Out of all the songs that you've released, which one of them is your favorite, if you have a favorite?
Ooh, that's a hard one. It's always probably my new stuff, the newer songs that are always become your favorites.
Mhm.
Uh, I really enjoy off the new album, "Take Me Again," which is a very country blues with a little bit of rock element in there, and it's got lots of big dynamics and great, amazing backing vocals by a girl called Danny Young. Um, and I just like that light and shade. It sort of drops down and then gets bigger, and so that's probably my favorite at the moment. Off my other album, Charcoal and Ash, probably the single "Drink It Up" is always a favorite to play live.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Do you have someone that inspired you to start writing music and singing?
There's been so many people that have inspired me and bands that have influenced me. From when I was young, we used to have record nights. So we used to go back through all dad's 60s and 70s, 45 7 inches. And, so we were hearing, well, I was brought up with a lot of different music and a lot of variety. So everything, from the Beatles and the Stones, I think they've been quite a heavy influence on my country career. Surprisingly, a rock band doing that.
Mhm.
But a lot of their acoustic stuff is really open and it has that little country blues twang to it. And then artists like Johnny Cash and Jack White, who they just all have this great attitude and great songwriting power. So I mean, you can probably hear some of those influences in my work.
Mhm. What advice would you give someone that wants to start singing?
Well, just do it. I mean, we're in such a lucky period in time where it's relatively easy to record from home, start songwriting. There's thousands of videos on YouTube that you can do songwriting and playing and singing, and there's advice for everything at the moment. So it's a really good time to just be able to do it and take as much advice as you can in and also just walk your own path. There's no rush. There's no urgency to do it. You just work at your own pace, take the advice, and reach out to people, reach out to artists that you like. We're in this period now where you can just send a message to an artist and say, hey, I really like your stuff, and ask them a question, ask them for advice, and most will be really happy to help you out.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Where can people find you on social media?
Lots of places. Probably the best site is Facebook on Aaron Darcy Music, and you can see all the releases there, and all the videos and live shows and everything like that we're doing at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. Have you done any live shows? Obviously, since the COVID pandemic kind of pushed that down, but have you been getting out and doing those again, or?
Yeah, look, we had a break for a little bit where we really hammered in a whole lot of shows. So it was exciting. We did 5 or 6 shows. Got to fly a little bit, which was nice. Went to different states. That all came to a halt a couple of weeks ago. But look, it's looking like it's happening again. So we'll get back out there, and as long as the states keep open, they keep closing at the moment. So things that get planned get cancelled quite frequently. But it's getting there. We're lucky to be playing, and lucky to be making music, and it's been a good period to write and record, and that's why my new album's out, Good to See the Girls Again, just because of having that time to sit down and record.
Right, for sure. What is one thing that you've learned during 2020?
Yeah, look, 2020 has been really tough, but I suppose it's one of those things where you can prove to yourself how resilient you are, and how important family is and friends are, and that it's sometimes you've got to embrace the little things, and sometimes we get overwhelmed with how busy we are, and we forget those little things like family and friends.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely important.
Mm.
Do you have any upcoming shows or any projects that we can look forward to?
Yeah, so on July the 2nd, my new album's out, Good to See the Girls Again, which you can get on iTunes, Spotify, all these sort of streaming sites. And yeah, we're going to launch those album in a town called Tamworth in Australia next week. Hope, fingers crossed that we get there. And then yeah, just look out. There's have a listen to the albums, and I'm really proud of this one, so it's worth checking out.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a favorite song by Johnny Cash or any of your other favorite artists?
I love. Well, I've also always been a Folsom Prison Blues sort of guy. I like the attitude in that song. I really love his version of God's Gonna Cut You Down, which he did, on his American recording albums. And just a lot of that later stuff that he did is just his voice and his depth and the emotion and frailness that you can hear. I just love that. And, it sort of sometimes makes you sad that he's not around anymore, but then for someone to record that emotion, and it's just so great.
Yeah, for sure. Have you done any international shows, or have you just stayed where you are in Australia, or have you ever came over to the United States or anywhere else?
Yeah, I've been to the States, and we sort of hung around Nashville a lot and played a whole lot of shows there for a month or so. Was planning to go back in 2020, but obviously that all got cancelled. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
really hoping that next year we can go back and do some shows.
Yeah, for sure. With everything coming out right now, I think 2022 is going to be a better year for everyone to do that kind of stuff. So,
I think so, and I think with vaccination and
right. Mm-hmm.
everybody, borders opening up, and we're at the moment we're not allowed to fly out of the country.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
once that happens, then we can get out and we can plan some shows and do some great things.
Yeah, of course, of course. Is there anything that I forgot they would like to share on the show today?
No, not really. I'd really like to thank all the listeners, and thank you for your support, and you know, have a listen to the new album, Good to See the Girls Again, out on July the 2nd, which you can pre-order now. And have a listen. There's, some great new tracks on there, and lots of great collaborations with some really great artists. So quite proud of that.
Yeah, for sure. Aaron DRC, thank you so much for joining us right here on the King Gordon Shredder's Best Country Mix. We appreciate you and your time.
Thanks, Kayden. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, no problem. Alrighty, bye-bye.